Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Before we begin today's detailed discussion, I want to take a moment to pray for all those affected by the recent earthquake. May they find strength, relief, and recovery in the face of such hardship, and may the world come together to support them in every possible way. If you are watching this video and want to see more content like this, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because according to YouTube's policy, your engagement helps the channel grow and allows us to keep bringing you authentic and well-researched reports. So stay tuned, because today we are diving into a very realistic, detailed analysis that deserves your full attention. The subject of our report today is the BRP Tarlac, designated LD-601, a vital part of the Philippine Navy and a ship that plays a central role in the country's defense and humanitarian efforts. Built in Indonesia by the Point Pal shipyard, this vessel represents the Philippine Navy's modernization journey and its ability to carry out large-scale amphibious operations. Commissioned on June 1, 2016, the Tarlac was the first of its class and is designed not only for warfare but also for humanitarian missions, disaster relief, and the projection of national presence in contested waters. Its displacement of more than 11,000 tons when fully loaded, along with its ability to transport troops, vehicles, and supplies, makes it an essential strategic sealift vessel for the Philippines. What makes the Tarlac particularly impressive is its versatility. In modern naval doctrine, amphibious transport ships are no longer limited to simply moving soldiers from one coast to another. They function as floating bases, capable of coordinating multi-dimensional missions that involve air support, sea transport, and land deployment. The BRP Tarlac can house over 500 troops along with armored vehicles and other essential equipment. It is also equipped with a flight deck that can handle 2 medium-sized helicopters simultaneously, while a hangar provides protection and maintenance space for 1 helicopter. This capacity to combine sea and air operations significantly enhances the mobility of the armed forces. Technically, the Tarlac is not the fastest vessel at sea, with a maximum speed of around 16 knots, but that is not its primary purpose. Endurance is its strength. With a 30-day operational range, it can stay at sea for extended missions without requiring immediate resupply. This is particularly useful not only during combat or patrol operations but also during disaster relief, when continuous presence is necessary. The ship can deliver food, water, and shelter supplies to remote islands that may be cut off due to natural calamities, while also serving as a command center for coordinating relief activities. The armament of the ship is modest, especially in its current state. Initially fitted only with 6.50 caliber machine guns for self-defense, it was not heavily armed. However, future upgrades are being considered, including the installation of a 76mm naval gun, smaller automatic cannons, and possibly missile defense systems. This would make it more capable of defending itself against air and surface threats, which is important given the rising tensions in the South China Sea. Still, even without these upgrades, the presence of the Tarlac is a deterrent because of what it carries: troops, equipment, and national resolve. The operational history of the ship is already notable. During the Marawi crisis in 2017, the Tarlac was instrumental in transporting soldiers and equipment, while also serving as a platform for helicopters that provided support in the conflict. Beyond combat, the ship has participated in joint exercises with foreign navies, strengthening the Philippines' military partnerships and increasing its strategic visibility. It has also been used extensively in humanitarian operations, where its ability to carry large quantities of aid supplies and provide medical support has proven life-saving. For a nation prone to typhoons, earthquakes, and other natural disasters, having such a ship is not just a matter of military pride but of national survival. From a geopolitical perspective, the Tarlac also represents something bigger. It shows the Philippines' commitment to modernizing its navy and asserting itself in regional maritime affairs. In a time when the South China Sea remains a hotbed of tension, vessels like the Tarlac send a message that the Philippines is not entirely reliant on allies but is building its own capacity to project power, defend sovereignty, and provide aid where needed. It is also worth noting that this class of ships was developed through international cooperation, with Indonesia's Point Pal playing a critical role in its construction. This underscores the growing defense ties between Southeast Asian nations, a partnership that goes beyond simple transactions and moves toward collective security. One must also recognize the symbolic role of the Tarlac. For the Filipino people, it is not just a warship. It is a tool of resilience, a ship that can arrive in times of war and in times of peace. It can deliver soldiers to protect communities, but it can also deliver rice, medicines, and tents when earthquakes and typhoons strike. This dual role gives it a special place in the nation's defense and humanitarian narrative. Unlike heavily armed destroyers or submarines, whose roles are often hidden or focused on deterrence, the Tarlac is visible, active, and present in the lives of ordinary people during crises. Maintenance and modernization remain ongoing challenges. Recently, the ship was sent back to Indonesia for a scheduled maintenance program, ensuring that its systems remain reliable and that potential upgrades can be integrated. This reflects a forward-thinking approach by the Philippine Navy, which is learning from past experiences where ships were allowed to deteriorate without sufficient upkeep. By keeping the Tarlac in top condition, the Philippines ensures that this vital asset remains operational for decades to come. In conclusion, the BRP Tarlac is more than just a landing platform dock. It is a statement of modernization, a vessel that bridges the gap between military might and humanitarian compassion. It embodies the Philippine Navy's evolving doctrine of flexible response, capable of meeting both combat and non-combat challenges. For the Filipino people, it represents security at sea, hope during disasters, and pride in their growing maritime capability. And as it continues to serve in both domestic and international missions, the Tarlac will remain a symbol of resilience and responsibility. So, as we wrap up today's detailed report, let me once again remind you to support the channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. Your support helps us keep creating high-quality content that is both informative and meaningful. And once more, let us pray for the earthquake victims around the world, that they may find recovery and strength. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.